Yeah, you don't even need a brake. Like I wouldn't even tap the brake. Just as you start entering it, just start letting go of the accelerator as you start getting closer and closer to the apex. And then when you hit the apex, you can start getting on the accelerator. So remember how like we did the circle exercise? Like when you let go of the accelerator, you kind of rotate a little bit more. Same thing. All you have to do is just start letting go of the accelerator just slightly to get the car rotating more, right? And then if you need to rotate more, just start letting go a little bit more, right? If you need less, then you can accelerate a little bit more, right? There you go, yeah. Yeah, there you go. You're only like 5/100ths from your best time on that one, which is like pretty good, right? The other ones you were like 2/10ths or like 3/10ths. So, but yeah, like gradually controlling the car with the throttle, like letting it go gradually to get it to rotate more. That's what you got to do to get turn 1 kind of down. You got on the power a little bit too early there, but you got the concept, right? Like, yeah.
I think Capital's having internet issues.
Yeah.
That's why you posted a picture if you can't get in the lobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to just restart his PlayStation.
Who's parked to me?
We're having a close 3-car battle. We were.
You know, spectating. I think I just realized my car doesn't have a wrist spoiler.
Oh. Huh. That's the secret to all that speed then. You just take all the downforce away.
I mean, you get a little speed out of it, but it's unstable rear end though.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the plan.
That's why the spectators are behind the fence. 50 years ago, they would have been standing right there.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
Just to get murdered.
Yeah, I lost it and backed into him. And sent him all the way over to the edge of the course. He was waiting right there for the scene of the accident for me to show up.
You almost had it too, Steve.
Alright. Join you guys on track for a little bit. So we'll just keep doing
We doing
this.
any races tonight?
Yeah, we definitely can. This is all I really had planned, is just the first exercise and then just practicing these corners, but I think in like 15 minutes or so we could do a couple races just to have fun. Unless if someone has some questions or wants me to look at their laps and give them feedback, I'm happy to do so. Yeah, I'll take a look. Spectate.
Leave it, Turtle Man. Nice. I think I might have been responsible for some of that. I didn't feel anything, but we were close in the way you shot off into the turn.
Oh, I spotted one.
Nope.
Alright, Thulu, try taking a smoother line into turn 1. Like, instead of like slowing down a lot to get to the inside, try just like basically staying on the gas for the most part, maybe 80% on the entrance of turn 1. And then just trying to get through the corner by letting off the gas just like ever so slightly, you know, like, yeah, for turn 1, like don't, on the entrance, like don't let off the gas all the way in the entrance, like kind of gradually let it off and then kind of, yeah.
Sorry, little what?
That's all right. I saw you.
Alright, so for
I do
that,
I
have
wasn't
the-
trying to dive bomb you.
No, that's all right.
Thulu, so for that turn 1, could you
I
tell the
thought
difference?
maybe you were coming after the popcorn I left.
Could you tell the difference between? Could you tell the difference between the entrance and the exit? How much grip you were like maximizing? Like at the first half of the turn, there was like not much tire squealing, but then the second half of the turn there was a lot. Yeah, so like you're basically turning at speed more towards the end of the turn than you are towards the beginning. So I think in the beginning you're just simply over slowing, and you end up rotating the car too much. And what you do is you end up hitting an early apex, and then you realize you're not going to make the turn, and so you start turning more, and then you are actually getting closer to the edge of grip than you are compared to the beginning of the turn. So like when you go to the beginning of the turn, like don't even let off the gas right away. Just gradually let it off. Like, yeah, there you go. And then just keep turning more. Like turn more in the entrance. Yeah, for sure.
Is Zulu that you're
Yeah,
talking
he's-
to, Wonka?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. Thulu,
Cthulhu.
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 Well, you're the only one that starts with an X. You shall be X.
Oh, we got accession.
Oh yeah.
You're
we got
right.
Succession,
He
yeah.
cannot be X. Cthulhu.
All right,
little better.
that's better. That's better, yeah. But you're still kind of like timid on the entrance of the corner. Like you're still under the grip limit when you enter. Like I noticed that when you turn in, you're not like turning in all the way right. You're just kind of gently, softly turning in. Like turn in more till you get to the point where the tires are really starting to squeal, right? I think like you're just, yeah, you're very timid on the entrance of like turning the wheel right away. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just too long, but that was like a better entrance than the other one, for sure. Like, you kind of were maximizing the grip of the tires from the beginning of the corner to the middle. Whereas the corner before that, you were kind of like way under the limit because you're kind of just timid in terms of wanting to turn the car in enough.
Hey.
Yeah, so that's better entrance, and I think maybe you're on the accelerator just slightly too long. And it's kind of tricky because like you are on the inside of the curb, so it's kind of hard to know like when you should be off of the accelerator versus on. But we'll do it again, and we'll just keep.
Drive through the penalty gate.
Yeah, it'll make you serve it the next lap. Yeah, there you go.
You'll see the yellow markers right before the finish line, and it'll automatically slow you down.
And if you guys want to take a quick break, definitely spectate Toasty's laps right now, like, and you'll see like, and then you can turn on the telemetry and stuff and see his inputs for turn 1. You'll get a good idea of like how to manage the throttle going in versus going out. Okay, so if you go and exit the track, there's the spectate button, and then if you hit O once, you can pull up the menu that says replay options, and then for display race info you can hit display all, and then hit O again or twice, whatever, to get rid of the menu, and you'll be able to see I think Toasty's currently on track, and I think you'll probably see Toasty first, but you'll see like his inputs. You'll see the accelerator and the brake inputs. Sorry, I'm in your way. Yeah, of course.
Whoa! I saw that was so close.
And I was trying to wait for Blue to see if I could show him the line through turn 1 while he's driving and Wonka's watching. But
Yeah.
all you guys driving orange cars are grouped together.
All right, I'll say. So your entrance is pretty good. You just need to let off the accelerator a little bit, like pretty much all, like almost all the way towards the middle of the corner. Because you're going through the middle of the corner with a little bit too much speed, and then you have to you end up letting off on the exit, and that kind of kills your momentum. There you go. That's a good one. Yeah, you just gotta. I'm assuming the best one that you had, you just like by accident just nailed it. But just keep. Yeah, what was the
I'm
last one that
doing
you just did?
15 twos.
What was the last one that you just did? Was it? Yeah, that's like ballpark, right? So if you can consistently get 15.9, you're eventually gonna get, you know, a little bit faster and faster. The key is that you're consistently getting it, right? Because you understand. Okay. I see. Yeah. I mean, I think you could just try turning more. Like, turn more. Like, whenever you're going through turn 1, just turn your steering wheel more than you think you need to, right? And that could be as simple as that, where you think you're on the limit, right? But there's actually a little bit more grip that the car has it's able to rotate a little bit more, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was definitely too much. But so if you're if you're spectating Toasty, you hit the circle button, and then there's replay options, and then you hit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because if you. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, whenever the menu is up, like it removes the telemetry.
Can't park there. A little bit of both.
Ooh.
That was a personal best right there. Yeah, but yeah, you got a personal best in Sector 1 on that one. And I think simply just you were just under. Yeah, you basically just weren't turning enough. I think probably. Yeah, and so I think to get even more speed through the corner, or like overall your time, I think you need to slow down just a little bit more in the entrance so that you can hit the apex. And then once you hit the apex, then you accelerate fully on the exit, and you get better exit speed. Yeah, and as you keep optimizing it so that you get closer to the apex at the center of the turn every time, your times will start improving. Like that one, you weren't like you were way off the apex, but you're still very close to your personal best on that one. Yeah, and if you hit the apex, you're probably gonna save a couple tenths. So then you'll probably be in the range of like the 15.4s or the 15.5s, I would assume. So you're almost there. Just getting a
It's
new
got a personal best in Sector 1.
Yeah, it's okay. You can get new tires. All right. So. Why don't we...
I was so close, Toasty. I was so close that time.
Alright, why don't we do it? Why don't we practice for another, like, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll do, like, a little race, just for fun, to end the practice session. Wow, my time stood the entire session. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised Toasty is not beating. I'm surprised Toasty hasn't beaten it. Toasty is usually faster than I am.
I haven't played GT7 in like months at this point.
What's how close is Toasty then?
Toasty's PB is a 46.2.
A tenth and a half away. Yeah.
I will say, turn 3. I think it's faster if you downshift to 2 than stay in 3.
Yeah, I've been trying that.
This is it. Make or break. I either have you or I don't.
Wonka.
Yeah.
So at Road America last weekend, when I was watching the guys in the GT3s and the 4s, it almost looked like they were sliding into the turns.
Yeah.
What are they doing to make the car do that?
That is called neutral steer. Like, they turn the car, right? And they turn it so that it basically points towards the apex and it slides ever so slightly so they can get a late apex, right?
It was like a little tiny bit of slide, and then they were just blasting out. Like, we're talking pretty tight turns, like in heavy braking zones.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're rotating the car ahead of the apex so that they can get on the gas right before the apex for a better exit. It's a very, very common technique that if you can dial the car in perfectly, like you're essentially rotating the car just before the apex by sliding it ever so slightly, and then being able to get on the gas earlier because your car's already pointed at the apex.
Yeah, and then after the turn-in point, they have slightly less steering angle in than they would if they weren't using that technique.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's why it's called neutral steer.
Yeah, I was noticing them doing it, and I was like, I don't do that when I drive, and that looks much faster. I was like, I'm gonna ask about that.
It is, but I would say, like, yeah, it kind of depends on the car too.
Yeah,
I would say that's a very advanced technique.
Yeah, it's much more common in lower downforce cars racing. So like the MX-5 Miatas, like the IMSA Miatas, they do that a lot.
Yep.
But you wouldn't see that in something like Formula One. Like that's just not a thing.
Well, yeah, no, the GT3 guys were doing it, and the GT4 guys were doing it in the TCR race. The front wheel TCR cars, not so much, and the prototypes didn't do it. So I figured it was something. Dude, the prototypes just fucking took it like cake. They turned everywhere, like it was like they weren't trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, lower downforce cars, you need to have like better exit speed by rotating the car ahead of the apex, because you don't have enough grip through the turn itself. Whereas like a high downforce car, because you have that grip, like you don't need to slide the car that much. But some downforce like cars do that still, like
A little bit. Yeah, it's like to a lesser amount.
yeah, exactly. Like F4 and F3, they still do that a little bit. F2,
F4
not so
cars
much.
are crazy.
Yeah.
The amount of I feel like the amount of downforce, like how tiny the wings are on an F4 car. It's almost like they're there just for
show.
drivers
Yeah.
to get used to having wings on a car. It's
Yeah,
like,
I feel like that too. Yeah, basically
Sure.
like they're just there for show, like just to make it
Yeah.
look like a Formula car.
No,
Yeah.
the F4 car has a lot of turn. It turns very well.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
but that's
was
because
actually-
that's because the car
it
is
built like
extremely
a cart.
light, and not because of the downforce.
Driving those karts, man, I was not expecting them to turn that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What car did you drive, Dino?
I don't know. They were at Road America. I raced Azazel.
Oh, nice.
Wait, Azazel was there?
Yeah, Azazel was
Oh.
there.
I knew it's UNB show. I didn't know Azazel showed up too.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
heard you beat Azazel into submission so much that he didn't want to race anymore.
No,
Oh my
well,
gosh.
well, we had passes to go 3 times, and on Friday we got there, and he was like, "Whenever you want to go," I was like, "Bro, just let me know when you want to lose." Every time he brought it up, I told him I was gonna beat him. So finally, we raced on Sunday, and I beat him after he like spun out, and then he was going slow in the turns, and he didn't want to race no more.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. Shall we do a fun race before we end
Yeah.
the session? All right, let's have a serious race then.
Thank you.
All right, I'm
know-
gonna change the lobby settings real quick. So if you're on a hot lap, be prepared for it to reset in just a bit.
I remember a few years ago I went to an indoor karting place for my birthday, and then like a year and a half after that, my sister went to the same place after it was all rubber and got a faster time than me. I'm like, oh, come on.
All right, I'm
Don't
gonna
reset.
do